All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. And this is going to be a video on how Yahawashi is returning back to the earth, man. And I want to call this video Yahawashi is coming back to bring fire to the flames, right? And that's going to be based around this scripture here in the book of Luke, and I believe it's Luke chapter 12 and verse 49, right, which lets us know briefly how the Messiah, Yahawashi, is returning back to the earth, right? Luke chapter 12 and verse 49, I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I, if it be already kindled, right? And this is giving us a small idea of how Yahawashi is getting ready to return to the earth, man. He's going to bring fire to the earth, and when he brings the fire to the earth, the fire is already going to be kindled. It's already going to be going off down here, man. And one of the things that's going to be going off down here to make the fire be getting kindled is the MOTB, right? The Revelation 13 and verse 16 prophecy, man, right? Where everyone in the world is going to be forced with is going to be faced with the idea of having to take a micro CHIP into their body, right? And if they refuse to take it, then they're going to be rejected from all the everyday capabilities that you have to live in this society, right? The things that they've deliberately been giving people easy access to for decades and centuries, right? That people have become accustomed to, that people don't know how to live without these things. And it's going to be a heavy fight in the spirit that the only way you can get through it is through the power of Yahweh, man. Other than that, you won't be able to get through this. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16, and the cause of all. So it lets you know that they're going to be trying to aim to make everyone do this, right? And the cause of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. And this is going to be something that everyone's going to be faced with, right? But the only people that are going to refuse it are going to be the elect of the nation of Israel. Everybody else is going to take it, man. Everybody else, right? Everybody else that's in this place where it's being offered is going to take it, because they're not going to have the spiritual reason to not take it. They might have an earthly reason not to take it, but they're not going to have a spiritual reason, right? And the spiritual reason is with it being the MOTB, is the only thing that's actually a reason to not take it. That's the only actual real reason for a person to not take it, because they know that it's something that is completely against the will of God. Other than that, these people might have their reasons as to why they don't want to take it, but that's not really enough, because that's not going to allow Yahweh to make you not take it, man. Right, now let me go to 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, going further into how Yahawashi is coming to add fire to the flames, man. Right, that's what he's getting ready to do. 2nd Ezra chapter 13 and verse 29, behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth, and he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth, and one shall undertake the fight. And one of the things why it's going to be an astonishment unto the people that dwell on the earth is because there's a saying in the world, man, can it get any worse than this? Or at least it can't get any worse, right? That's one of the thoughts of people in this world. Oh, at least it can't get any worse, right? But just when you think it can't get any worse, right? Oh, everyone, we're in World War III, at least this war is going to end soon. That's what people are going to be thinking. Oh, the war's going off and people are getting destroyed. America's been destroyed. Oh, that the war's surely going to end now. No, that's when it's about to really start to begin. That's actually when it's going to start to be at its beginning, man. To be honest with you, that's when things are really starting to get interesting. Once World War III starts kicking off and America gets destroyed, that's when Yahawashi shows up, man. And that's when the real battle's begun. That's when all the other armies in the world are going to try and fight against the Yahweh's son, Yahawashi, man. Verse 31, and one shall undertake to fight against another, one seat against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. So this is the fire that's going to be kindled, that Yahawashi is coming to add fire to, right? And the time shall be when these things shall come to pass, and the sign shall happen which I showed thee before, and then shall my son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man ascending. And when all people hear his voice, because when you go to and I'll go to it, when you go to um, Thessalonians, I think it's the 4th chapter, right? It speaks about how the Lord's going to return with a shout, right? I think it's 4:16, but I might be wrong. Okay, I was right. First Thessalonians chapter 4 and verse 16, for the Lord himself, which is talking about Yahawashi, shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of God, and the dead in the Mashiach shall be raised first. And that's when all these other armies, when all the armies of the world are going to try and fight against Yahawashi, man, but it's not going to work. But they're still going to do it. So just when you think it can't get any worse, humans are going to have to fight against God, God's Son, and against angels. And men on the earth are going to be turned into a lesser form of what Yahawashi is. This is what's getting ready to happen, man. This world's about to really feel a lot, man. It's going to feel a lot down here, man. A lot's going to be going on all at once, and all the proud people are going to really be humbled, man. There's going to be so many things going on all in one go. So many things, man. Second chapter 13 and verse 33 again. And when all people shall hear his voice, which I already went to First Thessalonians 4:16 to show that that's also backed up in the New Testament as well. Every man shall in their own land leave the battle they have one against another, and that's talking about all the people that have access to vehicles and crafts, chariots of their own kind, which is like basically vehicles when you speak about chariots anyway. They're going to be trying to take these things to go and fight against Yahawashi. They're going to all forget about the battle that they have against the river. Like, man, you know what? We need to put everything that we've got aside to try and fight against him, because we know that the only way we could even stand a chance to be able to fight over this earth and who rules it amongst ourselves is if we defeat him. And they're not going to be able to do anything to Yahawashi. Yet they're going to still think in their mind that they can. You see, they're going to still try it though. They're going to attempt to do something, but it's not going to work, but they're going to attempt to. Verse 34, and an innumerable multitude shall be gathered together, as thou sawest them willing to come and overcome him by fighting, which is not going to work, but yet they're still going to try and do it though. They're still going to try to do it, man. And it's going to be one of the greatest humblings that they ever see in their life, man. But yeah, I just wanted to do this lesson on how Yahawashi is coming to add fire to the flames, man. He ain't coming here to make things better initially. Initially, when he shows up, he's going to be coming to destroy things, man. Right? Let me see if I can find one more scripture, man, with how he's going to make war. Right? He's coming to make war with these people. Let me see if I can find that one. I thought it was in, okay, Revelation chapter 19 and 11. And I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he doth judge and make war. His eyes was a flame of fire, and his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but himself. So he's getting ready to, in righteousness, judge and make war. Whereas right now Esau's in unrighteousness, judging and making war. But in Yahawashi, in righteousness, he's going to judge and make war, man. In righteousness, he's going to judge and make war. And no one's going to be able to say or do anything to stop him from doing what he's destined to do. Because this kingdom is his by divine right from his father, Yahweh. And ain't nobody that's going to be able to stop this from happening, man. You can say, anyone can say whatever they want to say, whatever ideas they want in their mind. None of it's going to work. Yahawashi is going to rule this place. Right? He's going to. There's nothing nobody can do about it, man. They can't do anything. Nobody can do anything about it, man. And I'm going to end the lesson there. Shalom.